Good morning to you. It's Daybreak at iFiber One News Radio. I'm Jeff Slakey. On Mondays at this time, we talk with the Mason County Sheriff's Office. I've got two great guests in studio to do just that. I've got Mason County Sheriff Casey Salisbury and Jail Chief Kevin Hanson. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Well, what are we talking about today? Talking about the jail, if Kevin's here.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
So, what's been going on recently with the jail, Kevin?
So we are going to try to open up some transparency over there.
Okay.
And, throughout my career, I've always kind of understood that the jail's kind of the place where you just lock people up, and, the community really doesn't know much about what goes on inside of a jail and what it looks like and how it's ran and, the faces behind the people that work there. So last week, actually, I think we decided that we were just going to have a standing jail tour. And so we've decided that every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, we're going to open up the jail to public tours. Mm-hmm. And to do that, all you got to do is bring in your driver's license. You got to have some picture ID so that we know who you are and make sure you don't have any warrants. And we got to limit it to about 15 people a slot. But so you just show up at the jail lobby, and we'll take about a half hour of your day and walk you through the jail. We'll show you how many beds we have, how many inmates we have, and what our staff looks like and what we do. And I think it'd be a great opportunity for people to actually see what goes on inside your local tax-funded facility.
I mean, usually the only time folks who aren't staying there get a chance to visit it, or maybe the ribbon cutting right before. And this jail's been around forever.
Yeah, we did this. A number of years ago, we had some issues with where our deputies were at the first year I got here, and the amount of space that we did not have. And we opened up the courthouse and started walking people through where our deputies were working out of, and the public sentiment changed greatly. They knew then what had been behind closed doors, and we were moved into a new building. The same thing with the jail is it's ongoing issue. Every single week I go through this, and I have for 11 years, with the amount of beds that are in that jail. And you can come in and you can count them for yourself. Mm-hmm. A while back, I know that one of the reporters from here, Jerry, came down. We had issues with stuff that needed painting and things that we needed. We just couldn't seem to get it done. She came down and did an article on that, and all of a sudden things started getting painted and things started getting cleaned up and done that we were requesting. We keep having a standoff about how many beds exist in that jail, and it's very, very frustrating. Chief Moody and I think, are going to come on Thursday and talk about it, but it's very, very frustrating to our line people not to be able to hold people accountable when you're out there and you make an arrest. And it's very difficult when the jail's full all the time, and then to hear people say, no, there's plenty of room, there's plenty of beds, and there simply is not. Last week at the commission meeting, it was brought up again, the wrong number of beds. And we have had briefing after briefing after briefing on that. So we decided that it'd be just easier to have the general public come in, and if you can count just between 90 and 100 and end up at 94, we'll let you count the beds yourself.
Very nice. And again, for that, the location for folks who want to come down to, where do they go? Where do they park? Things like that.
Right on 4th Street there, the main entrance to the jail. It's just down from the old courthouse.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be the popularity. I went to Garth Brooks Friday night. I don't think it'll be the popularity of Garth Brooks concert or anything, but, like you said, I think about 15 at a time.
Jeez. What is this guy doing over here?
Would work for us. I don't think there'll be big lineups to go through the jail, but I think it's interesting for people.
You got to know this information.
I think it's interesting to know and understand, because you'll hear Chief and I on your Thursday talk about this again. How we have watched very simply. As soon as that jail got shut down, the commission chose last week to vote down an additional contract to outsource. And there's not places to put people. It's like when you go to a town to go stay in a hotel and the sign comes up and says no vacancy, there's no more room.
Yeah.
And to say that there is more room when there isn't, it doesn't work. We have fire codes, we have other things that we have to go by, safety factors and things that we have to run a jail that's both safe for the inmates and safe for the staff.
So starting tomorrow, Tuesday mornings at 10, you can gather there, probably get there a little bit before time, and check in with your identification, valid license or valid photo ID.
Yes.
So we'll see you in the morning, right?
I have a meeting at 10, but I'll see if I can either bring him along
we'll
or
work it out. We'll get you in there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Anything else going on that you guys want to pass along with the weather turning or anything like that?
Wow, I know that I was watching this screen last night for patrol, the number of calls. I think at one time we had 18 calls for service at the same time last night, and just stuff going on all over. That's including the city in on that, and some fire and aid calls and things that deputies need to go to and back and forth. It was very, very busy. Sometimes you don't think, wow, Sunday night, and the call ratio goes way, way up at different times when you wouldn't think it would. And on Halloween night, I thought it would be, full house, and it really wasn't as bad as what we thought it would be. So roads are slippery this morning in some areas. Outer lining areas, you just got to watch for that moisture content. And personally, I like it when it's dry and cold rather than raining, but it does create some traffic problems for us.
Very nice. Casey Salisbury, Kevin Hanson, talking jail and more here today. So a reminder, tomorrow morning at 10 starts ongoing weekly, every week you're going to do this? Weekly tours of the Mason County Jail so you can get a better sense of what goes on behind those closed doors. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good.